Okay, up next we have Lazio versus Bayern Munich, the defending champions, Bayern Munich. I think we all know how this one is going to go. No offense to Lazio. Lazio is a good team, but Bayern Munich right now is just Bayern Munich. Champions of Europe, currently in first place in the Bundesliga, beating Leverkusen, having beaten Leverkusen on the weekend with that last minute extra time winner. So they're in first place in the Bundesliga right now. They top their group easily with one draw against Atletico Madrid. The group also included Salzburg and Lokomotiv Moscow. And they obviously were expected to run through that group. Schooled Athletic in a 4-0 victory. I mean, I remember watching that game, and Bayern was like a well-oiled machine. Atleti weren't even in the game, to be honest with you. So they finished on 16 points in the group. And they have only lost once this season in the Bundesliga. A 4-1 beating from Hoffenheim. But apart from that, Bayern Munich have been pretty good this season. And that was earlier on in the season too, where probably they had issues with playing deep into August and they didn't get enough rest or whatever the case was. But they have certainly rebounded from that and having the season that we expect Bayern Munich to be having so far. Lazio, on the other hand, are ninth in Serie A, struggling to get any sort of a consistency. But in all fairness to them, I suspect it's a lack of strength in depth, which is costing them right now in Serie A. Case in point, just look at the way how they fell off after the lockdown or after play resumed after the break due to the COVID-19. They were second in Serie A and hot on Juventus' tail. And then the lockdown came and the 2-3 games a week, if memory serves me right, they were playing back then to try and finish off the season as quickly as possible. And they couldn't manage so many games in such a small amount of time. They couldn't manage it because they just simply lack the depth to do so. So I think that is what's affecting them this season. Same thing with Gladbach. But a good starting 11 and a starting 11 that could give Bayern Munich, a good challenge. Certainly don't think they'll win, but Bayern won't have it easy either. Players like Ciro Immobile, Milinkovic-Savic and Caicedo will certainly cause Bayern Munich some problems. They came second in their group to Borussia Dortmund, who they beat once and they drew against on another occasion. And they're actually unbeaten in the Champions League this season. Albeit the group was weak and it was them and Dortmund who were tipped to progress even before a ball was kicked. But interestingly enough, against top opposition this season, barring a 4-1 beating at the hands of Atalanta, they have done credibly, mostly draws though, against teams like Juventus, Dortmund and Inter. But they haven't really lost to big teams this season either, apart from that 4-1 beating from Atalanta. But as I said earlier, they finished second in the group on 10 points. And they did what they were expected to do in that group. The group consisted of Zenit and Club Brugge. or Brugge, I think is how they pronounce it. Zenit, another disappointing team in the Champions League, always underperforming. But they got the job done and got out of the group. But I, as do many, suspect that the road would end here for them against Bayern Munich. I would give them a greater chance against most other teams in the last 16, but Bayern Munich is just next level because I do think that Lazio's first 11 can give the best in Europe a good run for their money, but Bayern Munich is expected to come out on top in this one. They are the reigning champions, defending champions, and just a cut above most teams in Europe right now.